Let's talk about Matthew Golden. You get a guy like Willie Fritz to come in, right? And you know, he's had some success with wide receivers, but in his offense, he doesn't particularly throw the ball a ton, right? Doesn't particularly throw, or at least the way that his staff likes to operate on offense. I mean, you had guys like Darnell Mooney drafted. You had Chris Brazzell, of course, the success that he's had, and he'll be at Tennessee. But Matthew Golden, uh, it's at Houston. He played very well. He's the gem of that class a couple of years ago. We talked about it in our previews for this year. The guy to watch out for popping off. And yes, he did pop off. Look on the stat sheet, he only had like 400 yards receiving, but special teams wise, he was a monster for them as well. That's also what you're getting. You're just getting an explosive player that's just very, very good at football. And I like him a lot. This is a great get for Texas to get him, snag him from Houston. And, you know, I think a lot of it has to do with the Willie Fritz hire. I think a lot of it because you look at a guy like Dalton Carnes too, who's also a true freshman wide receiver for them. He saw the sight of Willie Fritz coming in there, and he said, "I want out," and he goes to Eric Morris over there in North Texas. Uh, I think Matthew Golden is really good. I think this was Texas's guy that they wanted in the portal in terms of like the kind of explosivity right after the catch, kind of Xavier Worthy like in some ways. I really, really like Matthew Golden as a football player.
Yeah, no, I think what he's going to do. You mentioned the stat sheet didn't really pop. What he does, though, for you and for your defenses, being 6 feet, being 190, but very explosive, very fast. And you saw that in the return game. He's going to be a guy that Sark's going to love to use. I mean, and he's going to really love to use him. And obviously, you talk about a need. I mean, this year they probably have one of the better rooms, offensive rooms in college football. You're probably bringing back Jonathan Brooks next year. Don't know how healthy he will be to start the year. So you're going to probably have to throw the ball. And with Quinn Ewers returning, I assume no AD Mitchell. Xavier Worthy's gone already. Jatavian Sanders, I assume, is also the NFL draft. You're gonna have a lot of needs there. And I think Isaiah Nayer's in the portal. I think Whittingham's out of eligibility.
And rely on Jonte Cook and Matthew Golden.
And Ryan Wingo coming in there as a true freshman. There are snaps to be had there. And I think Matthew Golding saw the opportunity. He saw what AD Mitchell did at Texas. And is like, I want a part of that. And I think he will do so. I think he will play his best football this year as a junior for the Texas Longhorns. It's nice to stay in state for him. He's a guy from Houston, not too far away from Austin, and he can really get it done there for the Longhorns this coming season.
Yeah, I agree, and it's good timing for Texas too. You need some talent. I mean, this was because offensive, weapons. I know you talked about the other day when we were talking about previews for national championship and recaps those college football semifinal games that, this was the year for Texas in terms of like, having all the explosive players that they did on offense. But like also like Matthew Golden is so explosive. Like he can get it done if you watch some of those returns that he had as a special teamer as well. That's the kind of player you're getting. You're just getting a very, very good player when he touches the football. So the problem is, can you get him the football? Well, Steve Sarkisian is one of, if not the best coaches to have on your staff if you want one of your receivers to be explosive. Right. I mean, we saw him do it with Devontae Smith. He said, "Yeah, let me just have this guy win Heisman." That's what he does. That's what he does with good, talented receivers, explosive receivers. He says, "Yeah, I'm gonna find ways for him to touch the ball."
Yeah, and under 11, sub 11 time in the 100-meter dash back in high school. I mean, verified speed. You see it on the field as well. Is he going to win a Heisman? Probably not. Is he going to be really productive and really good for Texas? Is this a great move for him? You mentioned who better than Steve Sarkisian. I love the fit both ways. This is a guy that a lot of teams wanted as soon as he entered the portal. A lot of teams wanted out of high school. It was a big time win for Houston. It sucks that you mentioned Willie Fritz couldn't hold on to him. Don't know if his offense really fits a guy like Golden or for Golden. If he sees that, it's a really attractive spot to be, which is tough for Houston fans for sure. But yeah, I love this all around. This is one of those that's like, yeah, this makes a ton of sense. As soon as he entered the portal, it's kind of like, I was he gonna have at Texas? And it just happened kind of quickly and whatnot. And I think Texas, as they're looking in the future, they love a guy like Matthew Golden to come in state guy. Maybe they missed on him coming out of high school. Houston's hung on to him, whatever they did. And now Texas can really reap the benefits in year 3 and beyond with Matthew Golden.